Okay, this video is about kindergarten through third grade general education. The importance of explicit reading instruction in grades K through third. The importance of the instruction is it breaks up learning into smaller parts. This lightens how much the brain has to process information that is being taught if you use smaller information. The effects what dyslexia can have on reading success. Dyslexia makes it hard for a child to decode or sound out words and recognizing them. They have a difficult time with spelling, and this is why they often have a reading deficiency. Dyslexia affects organizational and concentration skills, as well as planning skills. An overview of the science of reading in Scarborough's reading rope. Holly Scarborough is creator of the reading rope and was senior scientist at Haskins Laboratory. It is the leading researcher of early language development and its connection to later literacy. Dr. Scarborough's association with the International Dyslexia Association goes back to 1994 when she served as Associate Director of the Annals of Dyslexia until 2002. In 2009, she received IDA's highest honor, the Samuel Torrey Orton Award. Dr. Scarborough continues her IDA affiliation as a member of both IDA's Council of Advisors and IDA's Scientific Advisory Board. Originally, she spoke of skilled reading as resembling the strands of a rope using pipe cleaners to illustrate the interconnectedness and interdependence of all the components. The reading rope consists of lower and upper strands. The word recognition strands, phonological awareness, decoding, and sight recognition of familiar words work together as the reader becomes accurate, fluent, and more repetition and practice. At the same time, the language comprehension strands reinforce one another and then weave together with word recognition strands to produce a skilled reader. This does not happen overnight. It requires instruction and practice. So the first one is phonics. Phonics is the understanding that there is a relationship between the sounds of spoken language and the letters and spelling that represent those sounds in written language. Students use these relationships to recognize familiar words and to decode unfamiliar ones. Phonics is a way of teaching readers reading that stresses learning how letters correspond to sounds and how to use this knowledge in reading and spelling. The goal is to help children understand that there is a systematic and predictable relationship between letters and sounds. Phonemic awareness. Phenoms, phonemes are the smallest units making up spoken language. English consists of about 41 phonemes. Phonemes combine to form syllables and words. For example, the word stop has 4 phonemes, S-T-O-P, while shop has 3 phonemes, S-H-O-P. Phonemic awareness refers to the ability to identify and manipulate these phonemes in spoken words. It is also the understanding that the sounds of spoken language work together to make words. Research suggests that English language learners respond well to meaningful activities such as language games and word walls, especially when the activities are consistent and focused on particular sounds and letters. Songs and poems with their rhyme and repetition are easily memorized and can be used to teach phonemic awareness and print concepts to English learners, English language learners, like the poem Miss Mary Mack. These rhymes exist in every language, and teachers can ask students or their parents to share these culturally relevant rhymes with the class and build phonemic awareness activities around them. Vocabulary. Vocabulary development refers to the knowledge or stored information about the meanings and pronunciations of words necessary for communication. Vocabulary development is important for beginning reading, and that when a student comes to a word and sounds it out, he or she is also determining if the word makes sense based on his or her understanding of the word. If a student does not know the meaning of the word, there is no way to check if the word fits or to make meaning from the sentence. Vocabulary development is also a primary determinant of reading comprehension. Readers cannot understand the content of what they are reading unless they understand the meaning of the words in the context. Fluency. Fluency is the ability to read words accurately and quickly. Fluent readers recognize words and comprehend them simultaneously. Reading fluency is a critical factor necessary for reading comprehension. If children read out loud with speed, accuracy, and proper expression, they are more likely to comprehend and remember the material than if they read with difficulty and in an inefficient way. Comprehension. Reading comprehension is the result of reading skills and the goal of learning to read. The purpose of mastery of each of the 4 previous skills is to support comprehension. Reading comprehension helps master the other 4 skills. Comprehension is related to vocabulary, knowledge, and development. Describe 2 research-based instructional strategies for each component of reading that are appropriate for K through 3rd grade students. I chose cross-grade reading buddies. Modeling. You can pair students from upper and lower grades to read together, and it has academic and social and emotional benefits that go both ways. The little kids see greater reading fluency modeled and benefit from one another attention of a mentoring relationship. The upper elementary kids learn by answering questions and develop crucial skills like empathy and patience. For older kids that struggle with grade level reading, the experience allows them to access simpler tasks without shame while boosting their confidence by taking on a leadership role. And I also chose read alouds. There's no denying that social and emotional benefits from a picture book or chapter book read aloud. Students also benefit from listening to a fluent reader and the conversation surrounding important topics brought up in a reading aloud are invaluable to all students, but most importantly to students with limited background experience. And the reason why it is important to instruct students in the components of reading in sequence by providing examples of difficulties students may experience with reading if this does not happen. Without comprehension, reading is frustrating, meaningless. It is an exercise in word calling. It is no overstatement to say that how well students develop the ability to comprehend what they read has a deep effect on their entire lives. A major goal of reading comprehension instruction, therefore, is to help students develop the knowledge, skills, and experiences they must have if they are to become competent and enthusiastic readers.